we'll be the first to admit and put up our hands to say that we are overly, at times, romanticised by this next wave of talent. And it's easy to do so here in this country, Druids. We have a phenomenal crop of both male and female golfers coming through, whether you talk about the current superstars, I mean, dominated by the siblings of Minwoo and Minjee Lee, but you've, of course, got people like Grace Kim, people like Hannah Green, people like Steph Kuriaki on the women's side. You know, over on the men's, you've got Lucas Herbert doing great things around the world, Cam Davis doing great things around the world. That next generation coming up through. Jasper Stubbs is on his way to Augusta this year. Mick is doing, wonderful things. Hayden Barron, making his waves over in Europe. It's easy to get focused on those guys because they're the types of talent you feel like you can invest the next decade in on the international stage. What this win for me was from Matty Griffin was a timely and really pleasant reminder that guys of that cohort who have probably single handedly propped up the week to week of this tour for the last 10 to 15 years can still match it
Yeah.
with this next generation of talent. You know, Mick is sitting there in fourth position. This is a guy who won the Order of Merit last year, who's right there again this year, playing his debut season on the DP World Tour. He's no mug, Mika, and we love the man. Matty Griffin got the job done over a player like that this weekend. So I was really pleased to watch him. Um, he's a journeyman. He's a grinder, Matty Griffin. His best golf is clearly good enough to match it. Sure, the course was, I mean, 11 under was out there on the first day, so it was receptive. You know,
Mm.
there was buddies there if you wanted to find them, but I don't know. I think it was heartwarming in a sense to see a guy like that still have it and still lift it at the end. And we've seen, a smattering of those on occasion. Pikey comes to mind, in the NT and also in the Hunter last year. And sometimes I watch those and they just hold a little bit of a special place for me because we never want to see those guys get forgotten.
Yeah.
And whilst we get terribly excited by what's to come, it is always pleasant to remind ourselves of what we've been fortunate to have for the past 10 or 15 years.